Hey, how's everybody doing? We are back on a Saturday night, and Timberborn is just taking a while to load for some reason. I don't know why it's taken so long, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes these mods take a toll on it. I don't know if anything got updated for the season or the update 6 mods, but you never know. I don't know why that music is so loud. There we go. It's finally letting me log in, so we'll hop right in there. I don't have too much of a plan for the day. Sometimes I'll go through and take a look around before the start of stream, but obviously since Timberborn decided it did not want to load that quickly, we didn't have much of a chance to do that. I did take a look last time before we ended, though, and there was one thing that we set up that as soon as we get in there, we'll take a quick look at that because I don't think it's going to work. But we'll get to that when we get there. Otherwise, hopefully we can get through at least maybe another tech level today or something, get some more resources sorted out. Maybe we'll move our way toward the college today. Also, possibly move our way toward the drills. I think we need some drills, but we're going to have to figure that out. We're also going to have to figure out how to generate some power, probably from the bad water, because we can't just constantly use either the... Well, we could possibly use the batteries and maybe some backup generators, but I'd prefer to worry about a more constant power source. But as that goes, we'll take a look when we get there. I have been playing a lot of the update 7 though, so hopefully we can eventually wrap this one up, and hopefully Waterbeavers will someday move on to update 7. I guess we'll see. There we go. It finally loaded. Let's hop over to the game. There we go. All right. We are back here. It's going ever so slowly. Okay, so last time we set up this right here. And I took a quick look at the end, and there's a slight problem here. Can anybody see it right offhand? You can always take a cue from over here and what might be going on. But we'll leave that just in case. It really was. It was like a 9-12 minute load time. I don't know why it decided to load so long. Usually it loads in like a minute, maybe more, a little more, maybe a little less. So who knows there. Oh, there's not a road there. That's probably why it says that. So now we need another balloon, don't we? What balloon do we need? How's it going, Kudzen? How are you making it through the week? I think we're going to go with the Jungle Beavers. Can we not point one off the top of the map? That's strange. I guess it can only go one way. We'll have it going this way. Spillway of blimps and bots. Maybe we'll find out where we end up in this episode. I'm hoping we're getting closer at least to the bots. I don't know. We're probably still a little ways away from the airship, unfortunately. We do have the hot air balloons, and we're getting a little bit from it. In fact, I'd like to make sure they're getting the pine resin over here so that we can get that foreign food. I do want to put in... Let's put in... Since they're going to be needing the Oh, what is that? This. They're going to be needing the stuff from this. Let's go ahead and put in that there. We'll set these to the methane. That's what it is. And then I want to grab the methane container just so we can gather more of it. We're not waiting at some point for the methane or whatever we need for this. No, this looks like it needs something else, but that's okay. We still need the balloons currently as well. Let's do. We need storage. That's what we need. 120 for a gas storage container. You know what? Let's put you right at the end there. We got the 120 science. Yeah, there we go. This we've got a nice bit of land for, which I do like. In fact, we're going to come in here. We're going to say, village jobs. We're going to toss in another one of these. A fun 15-day deadline, but the order time for the parts was 13 working days, or deadline plus 3. More frustrating. This gave the boss the design end of November. Gave the boss design end of November? You mean like it'd take at least till November to get them? Let's see, I don't have anything there that I really need. Let's do forest tool. Oh, neat. Interesting. That's not what let's do chestnut trees all in here. We'll get more chestnuts. We wanted it done using gears from this one manufacturer who didn't have 3/4 of the gears used in the design, so we spent a week trying to fit 50mm wide gears into a 36mm wide space. That I don't think works very well. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't fit gears into things in my job, but I could be wrong. That doesn't seem like it works very well. There we go. They are filling this up. Yeah, my job was kind of a rough week too, so maybe it was just one of those weeks, you know? Oh, they're still working on those. They'll get those here in a bit. Did we get... Sort of? Yeah, we got people in there to get the lotus flowers. We've got lotus flowers, but here we actually need a ladder to get up to the next one. Staircase, ladder. We'll put you here, put you on high priority so we get done. Now I finished the design and gave it to the boss to order from manufacturer. Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Ah, that's why these are paused. We'll say, let's get those in so they can get to making that stuff. And I want that up in priority so that we can get over here to this stuff. My rough week was just too many people demanding too much stuff at just the wrong time. That's what it really ended up being. I think I was putting an irrigation tower here, I think. And, you know, that's going to happen. Things like that happen a lot. But, oh, that's explosives. Are you still making nitro? Yeah, sunflower oil. I'm low on coal. Are you pulling in coal? You're pulling in coal. You're pulling in coal. There we go. Yeah, we just had too many cases of people being too demanding and then the people in charge not understanding that some people were being over demanding and what they were demanding couldn't be met. If that makes any sense. Irrigating bath tower thing. Yes, that's right. That's what we were doing in that area. Let's see. We've got that. They're going to build that. I'm going to grab one of my builders and see what they are working on building. Because at this point, who knows? I mean, this... Well, that they only got half done, and they still didn't. Let's grab you. All right, Mizzle. Mizzle is asleep. Okay. He woke up. Let's follow him for just a second and see what he's trying to build. What is his focus at the moment? He is focused on standing in the middle of nowhere. No, he is focused on building this cooking house. All right, there's a cooking house. What is this one supposed to be doing? We've got one for fried rice. We've got one for tea. What was this one doing? Sodas, maybe? No, this one might have been whatever these cereal bars are. This one, maybe more tea. That one's done. We can unpause this one to get some rice. There we go. Yeah, it was one of those weeks where everybody has them. The people in charge were making terrible decisions, and it rolled downhill pretty quickly. There we go. We're back up. Management here's 13 working days for delivery, so puts the deadline at 13 days. When questioned, they say just work weekends. And then you ask them if they're going to work weekends, and the answer is, oh, no, of course not. That would be insane. Yeah, that's part of the fun life. I need to plant blueberries, or more blueberries, or find a better way to get blueberries. So I've got 400 science. They're working on these, and of course, that is going to need... Oh, crud. Okay, well, we'll just do this. Let's say this goes here. Super high priority. And you also go here at super high priority. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. They'll live for a day or two without those cookhouses, I think. I hope. That is underway. This guy, still making that. Still got pretty much all the ingredients. Needs a little bit of, what? Nothing, just needs to actually build stuff. Are they actually getting there? Nope, they're halfway across the map. Hello. How are you doing? Has anybody figured out why this won't work? It's, Good. It's something that I overlooked. Definitely overlooked when making it. Unfortunately, it's not fixable. At least not with that design. looks like I need nothing to do in range. Oh, because I didn't plant the red cabbage, which, that's annoying. Not deep enough water. Not deep enough. The water won't work when flooded. It's actually a combination of both. So, what will happen here is these four will work when the water is flowing and the reservoir here is at it. So these will work, and then when the dry season comes in, it'll lower down. However, these don't deplete it to the very bottom of this layer. They deplete it to like 3/10 of the way down. However, these can't start until it's below this doorway. So there's this whole section in here. We just have to wait for water to evaporate, which means no water coming in, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of this when I can have water coming in all the time with these. So unfortunately, all of this is out. Not a possibility. So we're still looking for a way that these... Hello! What's going on? For these to have a constant level of 1 throughout an entire drought. But they are watertight, so you could use them as the roof of a channel. I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing right here. So the video earlier. Need a shrubbery. Yes, and then we need to get a second shrubbery. Put it right near the first, maybe slightly smaller and to the left. No. Yes, we did need the shrubberies for a long time. I am surprised it took that long to get a shrubbery in there. That has to be one of my longest times to shrubbery. But you gotta have shrubberies. It's very important. Alright, did they get that in there? Yes. Are there people working in there? Yes. So we should be able to be making tea again. Lotus flower tea. Everybody likes lotus flower tea, and that can be a problem. All right, Balloon, do you have any actual pine resin? No. Oh, you do. Good, good. So we'll get foreign food the next time they come back by, which that might be here in just a second. Let's see if we get foreign food. Nee, you're the knights who say... Me. Ah, that's a classic. Okay. They're only halfway done. Why did you come back when you were only halfway done? What do you think you were going to do? Just check in? Okay. Well, that's weird. Monty Python gags, right? Just like the Avatar cabbage. Exactly. Exactly. It's hard to pass up a good cabbage joke, though. All right, where are they going over? They got this one. Good. Now we can go around this way if we want to. What are we up to? We're up to 500 beavers. There we go. I could pull in these brambles, but I don't really know why. Oh, you know what? I've got extra brambles. We can turn this extra lotus thing into spicy sodas. Nothing to do in range. Oh, it's you again. Do. I don't know if we're going to get to actually using these. Are these set for cut trees? Let's unpause it, and we'll see if they can at least pull those in from underwater. We might do the same thing for this forest over here. However, these gather lumberjack. There we go. We'll just do 2 lumberjacks and pull them in that way. That way they don't have to walk through brambles all the time. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. All right, we've got that. How are we doing on metal? Not great. Everything lacks materials. You know what? Sometimes you just can't get around that. Okay, what are we needing? That's a comic book. What were we doing over here? I think this is just comic books. This guy, one of these guys, working on drill. So we need that. Methane, they could do all that. They just actually have to go and get it. What is that guy doing? He's not getting anything. Oh, he must have already got it, because we're 72% the way through. Where's the Architect Lodge? There's one. Didn't I have another one? I could have swore we did. Yeah, there it is. You are working on this part of this? Sort of, not really. Did I get a super fertilizing tower? Yes, I did. Okay. Do I just not have it unlocked? Is that my problem? Well, I mean, one of many problems, but 300. Oh, we could actually do that. It does use 36 water a day, but you know what? If it makes things grow faster, it might be just worth it. You know what? Let's do it. There we go. We'll put it up for now. We'll have to get a ladder up there. But we can put those back underneath. It won't hurt it. Nothing to do in range. Oh, it's these guys again. Don't you have red cabbages? You have tons of red cabbages. Building lacks materials. Okay, well, we're working on getting materials. That's about all we can do. Coal is getting caught up. Iron is still good. Unfortunately, we are out of... Are we out of mountain salt? No, we're not out of mountain salt. We can still make chips. Let's see. I've got medium cauldron, crude saw blades. What are you working on? Just some of these. Okay, well, it looks like we're using metal for something, so... Oh, it's for this, I bet. These are both full, though. I do like that. So we have a decent amount of water, even if we were to stop this whole thing here. In fact... Well, we'll keep pumping. We'll just go with what we got. What is turned off that we could turn on, or turned on that we could turn off? what is being made here? Sawdust. Which we have a decent amount. We could probably temporarily suspend this and get us 5 workers back. Steamer me, can you put in a short water beaver sluice with a mechanical water pump in front of it and see if the water won't flood up from underneath the mechanical water pump? It's fair. Let's see. We would want to do. Let's just put it up here. So let's grab. You know what? Let's just grab this. We'll put that here for just a second. Oh, that tree's going to be in the way. There, that keeps happening. Let me find a good place to do this. I'd probably do it underwater and they wouldn't be able to get to it. So, let's say we've got a channel here. We'll just say that's the channel. So, if we were to say let's say something like this, and then we put a house here. Let's pause these just so they don't try to wander out here and build them. Maybe. Don't build any of this. This is only for show. So if we were to put something like this, water would flow. It would go underneath here and then out this way. However, water pressure tries to stabilize, so what would happen is it'd go out, under, and then back up here to match this level. If you say... Let's say you put in... I'm gonna have to move this forward one. Where is that? It's under pumps. So let's say we'll put you here. Same thing. Houses. We'll say this is whatever we make the sides of it out of. And then we put the floodgate dam here. What's going to happen is the water is going to come in here, go down here, and out and up and try to match. So no matter what you do, you couldn't have more water there. We did this. It'd just be one that's constantly open. That wouldn't work. Even if we did, something like that, closed off the other sides. It would flow under here, but then it would try to even itself out on the other side. Which is kind of the problem. And then using the mechanical sluice, the floodway. Water pump. Where did I just put that? Oh, let's keep going. Is this? Yes. This, even if you were to, close this off here, once the water goes up past this, even if we... Well, one, we can't build over this. And two, it's just going to come over the top down underneath here. So even if this is isolated, this would still be basically a leaky faucet where it would just eventually fill back up to the other side. So I'm not 100% sure how to keep those in one depth of water. I've got to be missing something. Oh, look at that. That's done. Wonderful. You guys just sitting around? No. There's stuff to do there. Let's see. Did this guy take off? Did he bring back our foreign food? He must have at some time, and we must have already ate it. Very popular. That's for fried rice. Are you making fried rice? You're not making fried rice. You're making fried rice. What do you need more of for fried rice? Mushrooms? Mushrooms are right down the road, man. They're literally right there. We got lotus flowers. We have a little bit of tea. Oh, what's the problem with this thing? This building isn't connected to any... Oh. We could do some soup. Want some soup? Soup. What stores soup? Is it one of these? No. Soup? Nope, it must be... Is it a hot food container? I guess it is a hot food container. Interesting. Well, I don't know if there's any room over here for a hot food container. I wonder if you can... I don't think you build a hot food container in the water. It would be not quite as hot as it needs to be, most likely. Although, that's sunflower oil. We're still going to need that over here. How are we doing on this? Not bad, not great. Tar, half-fermented sake, sunflower oil. We'll just have to let them... Got 500, so... Let's see. Let's take a look and see what we kind of need. Coal. But for that, we need the drill. For the drill, we need... this? Yes. Hey, they got a drill. So let's... Instead of comic books, drills. Comic books are fun. Let's hold off and make a drill. There we go. Okay, we only needed one drill. Large water wheel blueprints. That would be nice. But I think we're going to need one of these since we're part of the way. We haven't even started that. Yeah, I think we just need an actual sluice. I mean, maybe if these were like, you could, I don't know how you could stack them, or if you could put stuff on top of it, maybe. But, So I hate that these guys are so far away. It takes them forever to get to work in the morning. Let's see. Is this going to be mostly one height? Not much. If I were to toss in some ladders, let's say, right about here. Wonder if they'd be able to get down here. Oh, and let's get to this. We'll get one here. Get one there. We'll get some more chestnuts in here. This would get out of the way. This would be a great place for the drills. Speaking of which, you guys are done. So let's send you to do something else. In fact, we might just put back in some scavengers. 1, 2. There we go. Nothing to do in range. Yep, that's you and you again. Do. Take a look around. How is our... We've still got plenty of sawdust. Starting to gain more methane. Good. We are starting to lose out on the bramble flowers, though. Nitro. This stops during the off season. These all stop during the drought season. Everything comes to kind of a screeching halt. Oh, but we are still building this over here, aren't we? Let's at least check in on that. What are we missing here? Nothing. I think they just need to come and build it. Is anybody going to build this? Or are we just going to kind of let it go for the day? I'm not going to ask. Somebody had to have planted them. Also going to need to probably, at some point, cut this off. Because I don't think the underground ruins work when they're underwater. Unfortunately. I mean, there could be water down there. Who knows? There we go. You guys are doing fine. You guys are doing okay. What are you doing? You just turned in some foreign food. Not a lot, though. Do I have all of the berries on? Yeah. They're just not getting... We just have too much need for berries. How are we doing on the chips? We were down last. Fried rice. Do we not have pumpkin chips? Sunflower. We have plenty of sunflower oil. Didn't last time I need to pause these and restart them before they actually, like, worked? You know, let's get people in here. Just to get them making stuff. And then we'll do that. We'll do that. There we go. Well, I think we're just kind of waiting. Hopefully they pull in some of that. Fried rice is taking a while. We've got stew. You would think having to walk all the way up here for fried rice would make it so that they don't get it quite as much, but it seems like they're willing to skip entire weeks worth of work just to walk up the mountain and get some fried rice. I mean, I've had good fried rice, but not that good of fried rice. These are all the way down. No, not quite. Still working. They might actually last to the end. Saw blades, saw dust. Oh, we're full on planks? Really? Okay. That might be why we're low on that. Let's take those guys out of there. They can go find somewhere else to hang around for a bit. I feel like I should get a couple of batteries for this area here. Okay. Well, those people are living there almost completely underwater. There he goes. Way out there. Oh, that was the Jungle Beavers guy. Bring in this one. Are we just waiting on methane? Yeah, kinda. We're gonna say that those are not as important. because they can be taken care of by haulers. Full on those. Crude saw blades we might need to make some more of. Maybe medium cauldrons. Did this get finished? What is... Oh, we're waiting on metal blocks. Which we're out of metal. Which we're out of... We out of scrap metal? Oh, we're not doing great on scrap metal, that's for sure. Coal? We have all the coal in the world, people. Can function without workers. It can. It won't, but it can. You know what? I want to make another one of these. Let's do this. Dynamites, if they ever get to it. Okay, they're making the screw press again. Well, they're not making a screw press. The screw press is producing again. I hate that this has this nothing to do in range. All right. Diseases. I don't need a small cauldron. How are you guys doing? Have not started there. Have not started there. Still collecting stuff. Let's take a look and see, what do I need for bots? I need bot assembler, 10 bot parts, some kind of nuclear waste that I remember I think you have to get from the mines, and a chip. Means we got to get this first. All right, looks like to get this, we're going to need quite a bit of stuff. Uh-huh. We also need 2,000 science, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. Why is my science doing so terrible? What are these guys doing? They're on the better science, so... Oh. I guess I could put more in here. We'll definitely run out of kimchi faster, though. What do I need to make kimchi? Where's one of the kimchi barrels? Bramble flowers and cabbages. Well... I guess they're working as hard as they can. They're working on this. I could definitely block this up. And we would have a small reserve of water here. Should we ever need it. Plus, it would give me some more haulers, which I'm thinking that's probably what we're missing the most of. Things for haulers. Barrels, barrels, barrels. Yep, barrels. Are they all barrels? I mean, I don't care if the barrels don't have people in them. Well, I do care, but I don't. Barrels, barrels, all barrels. Irrigation Lodge is definitely worse. Better. Is this getting sunflower oil taken to it? Oh, it's out of axles? Okay. Who's making axles? One guy. Let's turn you back on and we'll have you make axles. Maybe that can help us along. Anybody else make screw press axles at any better rate? That one we need something for. That one we need something for. I don't much care about that or that or that at the moment. The cannons are neat, but I don't have a use for them. Assembly line. What is this? Bot part. Saw blade. Actually, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. We could free up some workers for that. 800 science? I don't know if I have 800 I don't have 800 science at the moment. I am struggling to get it. That's not a bad choice, though. Sequoia feller. The next big one, I think, is going to be the tree nursery. But we need 1,000 science and 50 of the seeds. Speaking of which, are you bringing any seeds back yet? Prioritize. Let's get him that, and then let's get you a warehouse here. 36, tiny long warehouse. Nope. We want the tall one. I think I can put seeds in that. Seeds. There we go. I could also probably put whatever it is they need over here. This guy carrying water for. You don't even need water. Just like I'm gonna take a nice stroll through the mountains today. Make sure I keep my water backpack on me. Howdy. Howdy, Death. How's it going? We're getting along. Sorry, taxi services. Yeah. What you had with the Waterbeavers sluice, but leave out the sluice gate. A house on platforms into a 4x4 space, 1 block deep, covered by the mechanical water pump. Hold on. Let me go back. So, we got what you had. Another stream because I'm moderator, but the stream's done. Oh, okay. Well, welcome here. We'll do that. We're trying to figure out how to effectively use this pump. So, let's see. You had with the water beaver sluice, but leave out the sluice gate. A house on platforms. Okay, let's do a house on platforms. Say a house on platforms. There we go. Like so. And it doesn't matter which way we push. Let's just pretend that this channel is blocked off on both sides. So if we did a mechanical water pump, let's say here, except what will happen is if we were to say, here, let's move the whole design down here. If we were to try to, let's say, build up. It's on the side. All right, well, let's rotate it. Take those out, too. Just so they don't try to build them, because you know the beavers will try to build them. Now, if the base of the pump was surrounded by 1 block high dirt on all sides. That is going to be extremely different. Inverpelts uses tubes. They went with the tubes. The tubes are, I think, a lot better than the zip lines, but here, tell you what, let's just grab one of these and pretend they're dirt blocks. Something like this, like this, like this. Dirt blocks here. I don't know if that would work. I honestly don't know. They're about equal well, that's fair. I haven't had enough time to play around with the zip lines yet. I mean, they look nice. They're neat. I wish they had more than 2 connections, or you could get some kind of connection hub so that you could do more than basically 1 loop. So if, let's just say if, we build up here, or leave this dirt, whatever it is. This is all dirt, and then it gets fed into this. That is a good question, because I don't know if this will act as a ceiling, or if when the water goes here, it just pushes down and up to the same side. Yeah, I might have to test that offline. Getting the dirt is... Hello! Zips have 4 connections now? Did they change that? That might just work. We might work on that in some episode. They did. Ooh, nice. They needed more than 2, because 2 only lets you create basically 1 giant loop. So, just if, I took out like a straight area here, put them in all in a line. Maybe? Have to go because of test. Well, good luck on your test. I was always a pretty good test taker in school. I don't know if the rest of you guys were, but I always did pretty well on tests. Actually did pretty well on homework, too. Let's see. Let's clear this out. So if you've ever wondered what I do between, like, when I cut away on the Let's Plays while I wait for things to happen, this is usually it. I'm usually going through and undoing some of these areas. One thing that annoys me about zips now is after connection, it still shows a connection screen. It does? That's weird. That's got to be a bug of some sort. I don't know if they can actually... Nah, they can't reach there. It's fine. Hopefully it'll grow. Okay. They've got stuff here. What are you building? You are making... I don't know why they're having so much trouble getting Nenafars. They're literally out the back door. You just have to click onto the building bar at the bottom to make it weird. That's got to be some... They can probably fix that. Probably in a bug patch or something. Am I still full on... Yeah, I'm still fairly full on those. Metal blocks. I only have one because I'm so low on scrap. Okay. I have all of one cereal bar. 3-minute ad. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Twitch has its goods and bads. Ads are definitely one of the bads. Nothing to do in range. What do you mean? Plant. You're one of the people that can plant a red cabbage. Go out and plant a red cabbage. I'll just use YouTube. Yep. Sometimes that's not so bad. Do. We've got plenty of rice. Did this finally get in? It did. Good. Let's get ladders in here, and we'll tell them to focus on that. So that gets done, and then we have a ton of... I can't tell you to hydrate. How you been enjoying Update 7? I am actually really, really loving the tube ways. The tube ways, I think, are one of the best things they've been put in. Combination, I think, of the train mod and the ladder mod, which is an odd set of two to work with, but, you know, it works well. And I did absolutely love the tiny tube mod that they added in. That adds a ton of flexibility. Not that the other tube stations were that bad. Are we just full of flowers? We seem to be full of flowers. Our water is fairly full. In fact, they work in front of entrances. Yeah, they definitely could. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe, just maybe, we'll get there. Oh, they're outdoors. I don't like them being outdoors. You know what? We'll turn these back on, so they're not outdoors. There we go. But we'll turn some of these... Let's turn off this top row for here. My town is full of... Yeah. I think by the end, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a whole lot of tubes and a whole lot of stuff. I do also want to get into the stacked farms, but I have not played around with that much either. What is this? It isn't connected to any... Oh, for the love. What are all the... What are all the steel blocks going toward? They would get this chopped down. We could start on our drills. In fact, do I have the drill plans? You're getting bath. You've been making drill plans. Mechanical drills. Yep. All right, let's go back to... Comic books? Sure. Comic books. 1,000. Just do it once. It's cool. I usually use big maps. Yeah. I like the concept of big maps. I hate the frame rate of big maps. I would probably use a lot of big maps if the frame rate was better. We'll keep an eye on our water, just see if it starts tumbling down. Are you back? You haven't gotten metal blocks yet. I'm on the Winding Mountain map. The one with the, like, the helix on it? Or the horseshoe-shaped one? Or that newer one that has, like, some overhangs on it? Lotus tea. So these guys are making one of everything, basically. Lotus tea. Fried rice. What are you making? You're still making... You're still making soup. I might actually just up this 2 hours, and we'll see if that gets them to make anything else. There we go. They're making soup. We got soup. Yeah, where the water starts at the peak. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what that one is. I think that's the same one Biffa was using for one of his colonies, or his might be his current colony. There we go. All right, they're working their way up there. I definitely want the extra growth time there. We're slowly making dynamite. How much? We have plenty of sunflower seeds. I feel like we just need more power here. Oh, we're out of screw press axles. How are you guys doing on a screw press axle? 2 days? Good grief. How are we doing on that? Tubes are great on top of the mountain. It's where I started. That makes sense. Tubes can get a bit messy, but they always seem to come in handy. What is this? I'm out of mountain salt. I'm out of everything. Yeah, I need drills really badly. I have coal. You're working on coal. Tools are still full. I really only have storage for 36 tools? Why did I think that was a good idea? Uh-oh. Ah! Ugh. There we go. I had to sneeze. Oof. Let's grab another one of you. Flip it around. And store tools in here. Tools. For them to use. Did that assembly line make screw press axles? Let's find out. No, it didn't. Do. It would eliminate the need for quite a few buildings, though. Although, what I really need is some better smelters, so maybe we could look into that. 1,000. Nope, I need the thing for that. I need a ton of screw press axles. So you know what? We might go... going to use a lot of extra workers that we are already behind on. But maybe we can get a stock of screw press axles here. Could have swore at one time there was something else that made screw press axles, but maybe not. Sawmill, centrifuge, larva, greenhouse. I don't need much for the greenhouse. Well, I need glass. Sequoia storage, not going to be helpful. Clockwork. I need the thing for clockwork, although that might be useful. Abyss. Elevator to the abyss. Abyssal ore. That would be interesting. 2 days still for gold. Good grief. Is that just an add-on thing? Yeah, it's just an add-on to it. Industrial buildings. Paper mill. I think the ENS here might be the next thing that we really need to work for, which means I gotta make sure that I've got everything to build it. I need an anvil. And they're still working on some of that stuff. Let's make an anvil, because that'll take a bit. Drill bits are gonna take a little bit too. You know what? Let's go to drill bits for just a bit. No. Yeah, let's do drill bits. I really wish the idle beavers worked on this. In fact, I really wish the idle beavers was just something that they had in game. I just really liked that mod. I feel like they need more help over here. There we go. We'll get those in. Is this actually making anything? No. It needs... It needs a screw press axle. So everybody's making screw press axles. That's fine. Is there anything that we don't currently need? Scaffoldings? Are you making scaffoldings? Yeah. We don't have much storage for that, do we? So... Pretty sure you put them in... Nope, I was wrong. Thought you put them in piles. I don't know why it sounds like it's double all of a sudden. It's been a bit weird. Scaffoldings. Scaffoldings. Okay, we'll do 3 scaffoldings and figure something else out for that. What can I put in here? I don't know. What do you need for this? Just logs? Yeah, we'll figure out something to put in there. For now, I guess we'll put in scaffoldings. There we go. We're doing all right. This is a very undeveloped area, and we could maybe use This 800. Why does this sound like there's two sounds playing? I don't know. Weird. Are you guys hearing that? My water seems to be doing all right. Even with all those missing. This is all doing okay. So, to make more of these buildings, maybe? Supplies seem to still be doing all right. I just really need some place to put these. Another hand would sure be nice. It's a 3x3 area. Anything I can cut out of in here, I could use for a 3x3 area. What are these? Kimchi, sake. It's back here. Sake, 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 all sake. Maybe? Let's do. What kind of power connections do I have? Power. I'd need one that doesn't exist, unfortunately. Well, doesn't exist for these guys. So I'd need that upward. I could put an upward here and do a second one. Without the universal, it's kind of a pain. That's a gravity battery. What are these? Light gravity batteries? Yeah. Vertical T. Wasn't this? Well, just if. Can I put a platform on top of this? Yeah. No, that still wouldn't work. If I somehow moved this up a level, maybe I could come over and up and start to plug things in that way. What is this? Vertical T power shaft. I wonder if that goes out that side too. It looks like it does. Because then I could come up here, over, and do T's all the way up here. You know what? We're not making that much soup anyway, so why not? We'll try that. Once that's in, we'll come back and work on a plan there. I've got to get that in. Let's keep making fried rice. Who's got... In fact, I probably ought to switch that off of fried rice and just the fried rice here. Let's do that. Fried rice. Since the soup's not going great, we'll do 2 buildings of each here. This one and this one can be for tea. This one, you know what? Let's just do them in order. We're already doing that. Let's just do them in order. 2 apiece. Your tea. Your tea. And you can be cereal bars. And cereal bars. Oh, I need medium cauldrons. What am I making here? Drills. Nope, make me medium cauldrons. And prioritize. Good, they're getting that cleaned out. This field is almost ready. Are we getting screw press? We did get a drill bit in, though. That's good. Those are almost done. Doing gig economy food runs here in Seattle. This mod hits the spots. These are the foods I take. Oh! Doing lots of runs for cereal bars? Really? It's kind of an odd choice. Then again, where I live, we don't have any of those options. We literally cannot order food from anywhere. There's not a restaurant close enough to where I live that will deliver. Nor is there any app that serves our area. I could really go for some fried rice, though. Then again, I had a really, really good dinner this evening. My wife she took chicken breasts and filleted them and made those into basically breaded chicken strips, and then made real mashed potatoes, like not the instant kind, and handmade gravy. A lot of Asian food in Seattle. Makes sense. Makes sense. I could see that. I go some fried rice with General Tso's chicken. Yes. That's how I judge every Chinese takeout restaurant. If the General Tso's is good, I consider it a good restaurant. Doesn't matter how the rest of their stuff is. General Tso's is good, they're solid. Hawaiian. Ooh. Hawaiian doesn't sound bad. How are they doing on the fried rice? Not great. Okay, so let's rework this just a bit. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this. We're gonna go power. We do an upward here, and we do a T there. We'll do another one here. And oh crud. No, that's not going to work, is it? That has to go back down there, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. They have General Tso, and if they don't have General Tso, sesame chicken? Sesame chicken's alright. Every once in a while, I get something that they have here called peanut butter chicken. I don't know if anybody else has that, but it's usually pretty good. That's not going to work. because I need to go down into this first one. What I need is actual peanut. I think there's some degree of peanut butter in the actual batter that they use. I can definitely taste it. Let's see. I feel like this is not going to work no matter what I do. Unless... I feel like my acid reflux wouldn't like that much. Maybe, maybe not. We might have to move this stuff around. So it might actually have to come in from over here, which means I got to take this out. Let's say that is high priority so that it actually gets done. We can lose 1 lotus flower. It's usually pretty good, though, so there is that. Let's put in a ladder here, and we'll also say that's high priority so that we know that that's getting work done. Can they reach this? It is too far from builders. Well, of course it is. We'll see if they can get it from over here. If they can't, I'll take that out and put in a ladder there, too. I don't know of any other way to get over there, really. Well, I guess I could come all the way under here. That still wouldn't do me any good. Somehow I'd have to either go through this field or come down from the top here. So, metal blocks. Darn metal blocks. So those aren't going to be made anytime soon. Metal cauldrons, they're working on that. Nothing to do in range. Are these all... No. No, they're not. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. That's fine. I guess we could work on some power storage over here just so these kept working during these seasons. Let's go. Looks like we've started a power session here. I believe these will work. Connecting into the bottom like this. Although... nah, this will be fine. To get up there... Gonna need that. Gonna need that. And ladders. More ladders. Wonderful. But we'll get most of that metal back. Or at least I hope we'll get part of it back. Okay. That's going just fine. How's this going? We're actually still low on methane gas. Are we low on those? No. Vertical power is the best add-on to an up. It was a wonderful add-on. I am very glad that they decided, because I thought originally they weren't going to do that, or they had stated that they didn't want to do that, but they must change their minds. Which is good. It almost seems like they changed their minds on ladders. Not enough me, but the ladders, when Update 7 came out, would make a destroyed sound when built. Yeah, I think I'd mentioned that on one of the previous streams, and I think the creator came through and fixed that. Not saying that they saw the stream or anything, but I know they did fix it. I feel like I need more haulers, but really, maybe I need to take some of these off. See what's on. Maybe I need to take stock of what's on hauling priority. That way we can get much less done, or much more done. What is this? No, get your own stuff. Get your own stuff. Engine, yes, that has to stay. Factory, no. What's this? You're making balloons? No. I'll turn that off. In fact, you're not doing anything at the moment because we're not making balloons, so... Although, can I put balloons in here? No. All right, well, we'll put you back. But balloons, we don't really need made. If we pause that. That's still working on stuff. You know what? I'm going to split the two, because it's not really making enough nitro for me to have two of those in there. Let's see. Screw press axle. Nope. You're going to have to get some of your own. There should be seeds right outside your shop. All right, what do we got here? Balloon tray, landing pad, clay pit, cooking tent. Yes, we're going to leave those. Farm upgrades, nope, nope. Nope. Fluid dumps. Boy, that one's different, but okay. Oh, they're being built. That's not what I want from these. I want... There we go. Those are all fixed. Some of each of those. Made me worry that I destroyed... I was thinking that something got destroyed in the background whenever it happened. Timber pellets also have a district crossing tube and district gate tube. Oh, that's neat. I wonder, what does it do? I mean, other than the obvious. Was it like the normal one where it just stores items and they move items in and out? Forester, yeah. What's this forester doing? He's fine. Do we need... Irrigation lodges need to be... Yep. That's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Library is fine. Mushroom growers, they're all on fast, so that's fine. This actually should be. So there's not a heck of a lot of things that are water pump. Ah. We're going to turn all these off. We're doing good on water. We'll keep an eye on it. Be cool in Iron Teeth. Yeah, yeah. That would definitely help get things around. They'd have to make a version for the zip lines, though. Wood burner should be paused. Nothing there. Storages. I don't know what you would use for the zipline version, though. It's like a drop area, maybe? I don't know. They just drop it from the zipline and go back. I don't think any storages. Oh, yep, there is. That is the one that's on the corner, right? Yeah. No, we're gonna turn that off. What is this one? Oh, I see. That's probably those two. You know what? That's fine. Leave that one on. What's this one? That's fine. So I don't have a heck of a lot of things on. Oh, okay. Well, that's the balloon, which makes sense. That's this, those two. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. I don't think I have. Nope. And then that's just districts. So maybe I just don't have enough haulers? I mean, I wish you could sort. That would sure come in handy, wouldn't it? Zips be fine with regular. You know, it could always be better. I'll check all of these. Do they all have... They're all full, which means I should have all of these guys as carrying. Like this guy. What is he carrying? He's just kind of... Oh, he's carrying water, it says. Not sure why I'm getting an echo. That's weird. You guys are done, so you can all go out and find something else to do. Water is okay at the moment. Plenty of lotus flowers, so maybe we just need to turn more of them into better food. We're waiting on a metal block here, which is at least 3 days out. Which we can't do anything here. My science. Not bad. 250? Okay, well, we can probably make some of that. They're like a district crossing, but have zip line for each side. Yeah, it'd basically be the same thing. Just a zip line in. Logs? Am I out of logs? No. I'm not out of logs, so don't know what's going on there. Did I ever get started on either of these? That's not the right one. Yes, I did. Wonderful. How about this one? No, not that one. This one. Have not quite got there yet. Looks like 11 more metal blocks. Okay, well. Gotta do what you gotta do. We might get that next time. Or at least we might be able to start building it next time. This might be a good place for it. And his tubes are better because you can build them inside no matter where. Zips, you have to be close to it and build. Yeah. I do agree. I think the tubes are much better. Their only downside is that they're a little more resource heavy, but that's not terrible. With the iron teeth, you can usually make up that difference. Why is that guy just standing around? I don't know. Let's see. Looks like I'm just waiting for him to get back more often. Sky exploration is pretty much full. I don't really need any more of that, so let's pause you. I just need metal blocks for these. Let's get the haulers over here. No, we're going to turn all these down just to make sure that they don't need people. So we're going to utilize them somewhere else. So we're bots, but we do what we got to... Yeah, I mean, bots are way more resource intensive, I think, overall. They don't use the same resources, but keeping them going can be a real pain. I really wish all these guys... Wish there was something like the reshuffle mod where they would automatically shuffle to the closest house closest to their job. That would be very nice. We still have tons of chestnuts. In fact, I don't need to plant these anymore. How are these doing on chestnut beer? It needs somebody to bring them stuff. So we're gonna say prioritize getting these guys stuff because they only should need refilled every couple of days. Let's see how that does. Maybe we can bring in some more stuff by properly prioritizing things. We'll do that with all the beer things up here. I know that's a lot of... Why are you there? We're going to see if that actually helps. When everything is priority, nothing is. You know what? This should be in the work tab, shouldn't it? It's Bob's mod that did Ember Pelt. Yeah. They've came out with a lot of really good ones lately. What are these? Are these considered food? Nope. Water pumps. Speaking of which, how's my water doing? Has it gone down? A little bit. I can always turn it back up if I need to. Hey, look at that. We've got 6 screw press axles. Let's send about 15 back into the workforce for now. Are we actually down on pollution resistance factor? Okay, well. That's easy enough. What are you guys making? Still comic books, okay. Okay. I know that's got to be up here somewhere. Now it is because we saw it earlier. These guys can make cereal bars now? Only Bob mod I'm having problems with is Bob Storage. Bob Storage? What does that one give you? Oh, these can make cereal bars now. Why am I having these guys make cereal bars then? I'm not going to bother on either of those. You can make more of that, and you can make more tea. And I'll get some more tents to make cereal bars. Where can I put some tents? Tents. Food. Cooking tent. Large industrial storage, underground warehouse storage, underground tank storage. Oh. Interesting. I kind of remember those from the Ember Pelts playthrough. I need to make another clay pot. I think that's the only time I turn this thing on. It's just to make another tent. So back to 16 for a day. Warehouse and tank, one build for me. I like the, if I remember right, they had an underground one that was really good. So that might be it. And we'll say nobody in there, just prioritize it. Same thing here. Nobody in here, but we'll prioritize it. Storage works with folktail, iron teeth, and repels. Probably not Waterbeavers. Waterbeavers has a very specific list. So let's turn these back on. Refill all of our water. Even though that's going to put us way behind on beavers, that's fine. Okay. That looks good. Let's demolish. Okay. Oh, it's a natural resource. That's fine. We'll leave that there. Are these berries just not getting picked? No? What is this guy doing? I don't know. We'll let this build back up. In fact, go to 12 hours and see if maybe they take a nice easy day here. Down here, we could do a little bit more rice. That was the whole reason I put this in here. Somebody can come out here and do that. Oh, we can actually do one more over. How's this? Did this go in finally? No. You need one metal block. One metal block. Oh yeah, you're not making metal blocks, are you? Alright, once you're done making this cauldron, we're going to have you make another one here, but I need some metal blocks. So get back to that, please. How's my planks? Do I have planks? Yeah, I have plenty of planks. I still don't need that on. Lots of beavers are stopping by on their way home for beer. It's not a bad stop. What is this? Mountain salt? Pumpkin chips? Nenufars? Am I out of nenufars? I'm out of nenufars. I have, well, Maybe I've got those taken out. Okay. Good. It actually worked. They actually let me remove that. Do this. You can come up and over here. Power. And we do corner here. And then that. And that still won't work. Dang it. I mean, it will, but it won't. We're back in the same predicament. Oh, no, we're not. There. And then I can keep building up from there. There we go. What are you making? Tea. This guy is making cereal bars, which he's doing pretty well. Okay. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. I need to go back over here. Our coal is pretty full. Let's do iron for a bit. This feels like it should be a supply. That feels like it should be a supply. That's a supply. That's an obtain. Oh, prioritize these so that we know they're getting done. Water's coming through. We'll go back and prioritize them if we need to, but I'd say if it drops down to 7K, we'll prioritize. Otherwise, we'll see what we can do. There we go. Is this all working in there? Kind of looks like it. So I could definitely build a second one of those when I can. Did this finally get in? It did. And look at the area that it brought in. Nice. They are always going to have something to take in or take out. Sunflower seeds, cabbages. You know what? These feel like they should be prioritized so they can get this stuff out of there. If I had bots, this would be pretty easy. Because they could just focus on that. But I don't have bots. Let's get that prioritized, and maybe with the faster speed, we can worry less about some of this stuff. Are they still working on this? What do they need? Just a clay pot. Are you not making a clay pot? Are we out of clay? I swore we had a clay pit. We have plenty of clay. In fact, we have enough clay that once we make this clay pot, I'm going to turn off the clay pit because I have no idea what we're using it for otherwise. Oh, they've used it. They just okay. They're just creating it. So I don't need clay. I'll turn that off. Save the 4 workers. And this, you know, eventually this is just going to be all replaced by 1 or 2 buildings. Well, actually, probably 3 buildings, but we won't have to have... That won't save us as many. Be nice if I could find a place that makes screw press axles. Iron. Iron is getting caught up. Okay, they've had enough days off. Hey! How's it going? We're hanging out. How you been? Hey! XR. Need a raid and run. Hey! Well, thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went all right. I've seen you've been playing an interesting one lately. Kind of bows food something or other. It looked neat. But you have a nice evening. Thank you for the raid as always. But welcome. We're back in the Waterbeavers. We're playing this mod, still in Update 6. We've made quite a colony. If you haven't seen Waterbeavers before, it's just a little different than the main game, so feel free to ask any questions. We've been talking about that and Update 7 with some of the new transportation options. Just trying to figure stuff out. Where did we leave off? Okay, my water's recovering. It was down for a bit. Waterbeavers, it's to crash for... Yeah, well... You know what? In all honesty, it hasn't crashed in a while, so... How did these grow back? So, if nobody's familiar with Waterbeavers and the eternal struggle that is wild brambles, you can clear out this whole field and somehow they'll come back, even though they're set to pretty much die. So we'll just keep turning that back on. Have to keep fighting them back. I've mentioned many times that we need to get a flamethrower for the beavers to get rid of all of them, but so far, unfortunately, no flamethrowers. Maybe the other modded faction, the Timberborn, will get flamethrowers. Let's see. We've got a mine going in. We've been working on pulling in some iron ore. So unlike the other factions, the normal factions, you've got your mines here that you actually have to pull coal and iron ore out of and toss them into smelters to get scrap if you're not pulling them directly off of the map here. You can't just go and get the scrap, unfortunately. So you got to keep an eye on all of that. I should really put in another mine over here. I mean, these are basically set up for it already. Minus maybe 1 or 2 blocks. Well, let's go over that way. Much as I still want the drills, which, you know what? How much is a drill? Metal. The drills are $250. Well, that's not bad. They just take extra screw press axles and... Oh, that could go right there. We could start on a drill right away. Do we have the special drill blueprints? Yep, mechanical drill, fancy blueprints. You know what? Coal, I always feel like we're out of. So, let's start that, shall we? It's going to take a while, but it's going to be worth it. Not to mention, we can put the next one right next door and chain the power through the two of them. And we can get some power from this river over here. Let's go with a little power. Do I want a large water wheel? I kind of want a large water wheel, but we're going to work with the smaller ones for a minute. There we go. We'll get 3 of them. That might be enough to power that. And we'll even run right across here. Right over to there. And, oops. There we go. That's going to be an interesting setup. That might take a cycle or 2 to set up. There we go. Okay, we'll let them work on that and we'll come back. Are they building up here? Yep. What do we got for metal? Everybody's thirsty, but we have 10,000 water somehow. I'm not sure how that works. I guess we'll prioritize everything. All right. That's good. Prioritize that. That's where all the berries went. They're going into the cereal bars. That's good. Let's get some strong alcohol made. How's the sunflower oil coming along? Meh. Let's get that prioritized, just so we got the sunflower seeds. We have a decent amount of them. We just need to get them turned in. In fact, should I make a large storage container over here for it? Almost seems like I should. Then again, if we just do that, it'll get taken to where it needs to get taken. I'm stressing out my my haulers pretty bad, though. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got this whole area cleared. Now if I can only remember what I was going to do with it. Oh, nothing here. Nothing here. Starting to finally pull in a decent amount of methane, which is probably where all of our lotus went. And we still have a decent amount of lotus flowers. Is that getting made into tea? Neither one is there to make it. There it goes. One more set of tea before the end of the day. Fried rice. Oh yeah, I was going to move that, wasn't I? Because this guy should be making fried rice now. I think that hand needs to be placed on the ground. Maybe not. Can I? If I were to do something like this, let's see. Go there. I get storage. I get hand of soup. Yep, I can put a hand of soup right on there. Seems like a great place to put a fire, doesn't it? I'm probably going to need another one at some point, so if I put another one here... Can I switch it around? There we go. 2 hands of soup. Question is, how are they going to build all that? If I take out this, they have alternate paths, right? Yeah, they do. Am I blocking any entrances if I put one here? No. What about if I put one here? No. We'll say those are slightly more important, but not terribly important. There we go. We've got food. We've got water. We've got mechanical drill going in. Surprisingly, a lot faster than I thought it would. We'll probably only get iron during... What is this? Is that where the connection point is? Yeah, but that's easy enough to change. We can change that to an upward one and put another one on top. What do I need to make another one of those? Wood burner, factory. I need 100 scrap. That's going to be tough to do. Okay, well, that's what we'll work on. We've got that. How's our balloon doing over here? Is he actually getting insect larvae? Do we have any? No, because we don't have any metal blocks. I feel like I'm overworking my factory. I might move these temporarily so that we can make a second one. There we go. That'll do. There you go. That's an in. You're a metal block out. And it only takes 12 logs and we can start working on these again. Okay, they've got those, so these can go. And then I've got to remove this one temporarily. And we'll say this is a vertical T, so it needs to go that way. Very important. And then we have... How tall is this? 2? So we'll have one that goes this way in case we need to connect in over that way. And then a second one there. And let's say that those are all very important. Oh, look at that. We'll use a little bit extra there. That way they can still pull in the rest of that. 80 horsepower is not going to do, though, my friends. This will have to be... Oh, there's 188 and 80. This needs 40? That doesn't seem right. Okay, so I think we're caught up on iron ore. So I can switch this one. Let's get some mountain salt so we can make some chips. Chips are very important. Not really, but who doesn't like chips? There we go. This is full. Wonderful. How are all of the booze barrels? Not doing too bad. It took a day to get them filled back up, but I think it was worth the time. You guys need to be on low. I would for nobody to be in the booze barrels. That doesn't need to have somebody. Okay. Methane still going up, which means we can still launch more balloons. I don't have any metal blocks, so I can't make that. Do. There we go. Just got to take a minute and get some metal blocks made. Is it because we're low on scrap? This is almost done. These guys probably can't get scrap anymore. No, one of them can. There's only 3 left, so I don't need 4. Oh, there we go. 397. All right, you guys have made that. Oh, you should be able to build it from the side over there. There you go. 1 factory. What is blocking it? Not 100% sure what's blocking it. I want to delete the factory. There we go. We'll need pretty much one for drill bits constantly, for metal planks constantly. We could definitely use some of this area over here to build a smelting facility, since we should be getting... There's the coal. Yes. And we're also getting some dirt and waste rocks. If this is in, I don't need these. In fact, I don't really need this anymore either. Yep. Let's shut down you. Shut down you. Shut down you. And we'll just pause you, and you can pick up the last of them, hopefully. Major burn. Ooh, that's not good. This won't heal without treatment. Yeah, I know. But treatment is expensive. Is it getting enough power? It's getting 99% of the power that it needs. So, we'll let it go. We do need some storage over here. Warehouses. I don't know if I need a gargantuan quite yet. We don't need warehouses. We need this. Gargantuan storage pile. Probably, but large industrial pile. Oh, okay. 200? Really might not be a bad investment. We'll start here. There we go. And this can be for coal. There's the drill. All the way through? No. All right. Well, that was a good setup. At least there was something there. Do. full of tar. Which is not something I thought I would say today. Oh, they've got that up. So, if we get a just regular old gravity battery, and we put you right there. What do you're going to need an anvil at some point. In fact, other than the scrap metal, you pretty much just need an anvil. Do I want to pause my scrap metal for a moment? Kind of do. That way we can get that taken care of. We have this area here that's doing okay. They are getting the coal and the iron collected. How's this? Mountain salt. What do we have in the way of mountain salts? Yeah, we're still a little low. Coal, though. I think we can turn this off of coal. Nope, you're not coal. You're coal, though. Let's get saltpeter from you. Can't be that bad, I guess. Oh, they're still working on that. Cabbages, sunflowers, okay. Well, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that's high priority, but it still seems to be working. So we'll take what we can get. Do I need clay? Clay? I think I do need clay. Yeah, looks like we used all of it, so we'll get some people back in to get us clay. Oh, I have 100 stones. I need... well-being, trebuchet. Cost 500, but I mean, it is a trebuchet. It's hard to deny how cool that is. Plus, it gets rid of waste rocks. Which way does this fire? I believe it fires that way. We definitely want it throwing off of the map. So you know what? Let's do it. In fact... there we go. Let's get 2. And we'll do storage. We'll pause that for just a second. Let's do waste rocks. You can go there. And we'll make sure that everything closed. You closed. You closed. Wonderful. The auto gate triggers are very nice. We have one abyss place that we could put in right there. Punkin' Chunkin', yes! Only this time it actually is large rocks, and I feel bad for whoever's got the map that's right here. Because they're just getting rocks rained down on them. There we go. Oh, I need a place for dirt too, don't I? Okay, well, we'll do another place next door for dirt. This can be dirt. Which means... where is... we can start putting in terrain blocks. Unfortunately, it takes a ton of dirt to put in terrain blocks, so that's going to be interesting. Where do I want some terrain blocks at? Anywhere? Where would some nice terrain be? Actually, I could start filling in this area just a bit. It wouldn't hurt. We'll put some right there for now. That way, hopefully, we don't overfill on dirt. I'm hoping... Do they have everything? Ah, that's where the clay went. Did they get the anvil made? No. It's gonna be a minute until they get the anvil made. Let's get that one done. Let's get this one done so that the dirt or the drill can keep going. Would you look at that? They've almost got... Ah, here's where more of the clay went, into making the hands. Acme, building high-quality anvils. High-quality anvils, low-quality everything else. Can I not? Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to put in ladders here of some fashion. Okay. Well, I can't do that until I get more metal blocks, and I can't make metal blocks until I'm done with this anvil. So, either way, the second story is going to have to wait. This takes metal blocks. Yeah, that takes metal blocks. This takes metal blocks. That takes metal blocks. These don't take metal blocks, do they? No. Scaffoldings. Which I should have. Extra scaffoldings. No. What's taking you so long with the scaffoldings, buddy? I will never get rid of that, unfortunately. You know what? We'll give them a short day tomorrow. Maybe that'll raise their productivity up again. We're not too terrible off. Do we actually have lotus flower tea that's... No, we're not going to have any extra at the end of the day. That's fried rice, but in all honesty, I don't need that. So they can... How did that explode onto the top of there? Okay, well, I'm not going to ask. We're still pulling in clay. Oh, I forgot. I was going to explode those so that I could get a little bit more lotus in here. I don't know if it expands the range, but it definitely adds more area for lotus. Oh, they finally got to the rice paddy. What are you doing? Cabbage. Cabbage. Okay. Can't really. They're the cabbage farmers. We can never keep the drinks in stock. They are just terribly difficult to do. How did this go over here? This looks done, but we're going to need another cauldron, I believe, to make another one of those. Mechanized kitchen. Yeah, it's going to need a medium cauldron. What's that? One trebuchet. We just got to wait to unload the dirt, more or less. In fact, did these get all the logs they needed? Let's get the dirt. You should be able to get the dirt and just take that out of there. Oh, there goes the trebuchet. I think the bucket's disconnected. Also, it's firing really fast. Okay, well, I'm not going to ask. Coal. Dirt. There's 200 dirt right here. Somebody come and get this dirt. And build this block. Where did all my builders go? Oh. I don't know why I keep hitting that. I know it's going to be that building. Let's see what Gonog here is doing. Carrying nothing. Oh, did he pick up dirt? Thanks, Gonog. Good work. Heck, such good work, you get to work extra. Coal, they hopefully should be putting here. Or they're just using. Waste rocks, okay. We can launch those. Hey, I get science for it. I'll take the science. Free science is good science. Well, mostly free science. I do feel like, though... Sawdust, saltpeter we're still working on, iron, coal. We just seem to have problems. No? We're hanging in there with coal. Are we... What are we waiting here for? Iron ore? I think we're waiting... Honestly, I think we're waiting for haulers to come by. Scrap metal. They haven't even started on it. They're getting close, though, but they went down on the amount of scrap metal they have. All right, well, let's do a smelting facility. It'll be close to the drills anyway, right? That should be okay. Where do I get that? Let's see. Primitive ironworks. Primitive smelter. This we need a degree for, or else I would just use this. Wood burner. Nope, we want the primitive smelter. Primitive smelter. Nope, that's all underwater. This wouldn't be underwater, though. Bad water shouldn't affect it. Can I reverse this one? Yep. Hey, we'll get 6 more. More smelting fun. Need a bunch of clay, though. Up until this point, we weren't using much clay, but of course, as soon as I turned it off, I found everything that we needed for it, so... What are you bringing back? Oh, you're going to have foreign food for us. It's going to disappear in an instant. Everybody wants foreign food. What are we doing pine resin-wise? Are we keeping up? We might turn that off. Where's our pine resin forest? We've got plenty of pine resin to get. Gather flag, gather flag. You're grabbing pine resin. You're grabbing pine resin. Okay, so there's still some coming in. Not that worried about it. Still need 200 coal. Almost got the scrap metal. Maybe once we stop pouring scrap metal or coal into the scrap metal, it'll actually send some coal this way. I'm out of drill bits. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Well. You're not going to have anything to do here in a minute, so you can go. You're not, so you can go. Go find something else to do. I need a drill bit. For a drill bit, I need coal. Coal is almost there. Clay. I still need more clay. How are you guys doing? Meh. 1 clay an hour. Somehow doesn't seem very efficient. Lotus flowers are going down because we haven't had many times that the nenuphars weren't going down. Our methane, though, on the good side, is way up. So we had to spend some resources to get some resources, basically. What are you pulling in? Mountain salt? Okay. Let's switch you. What are you doing? You're iron. You're saltpeter. Which has got us a decent amount of that. Guess I could put in another mine and use the people from this to pull in other stuff. Mountain salt's nice, but let's fill back up iron for just a minute. So I'm hoping this comes back online when we can get a drill bit. This just needs an anvil, which we'll have in 12 hours. Oh, good selected. Aha. You can be for fried rice. You can be... Ooh, what do I need for deluxe stew? What's the hold up here? Sunflower oil? Sunflower oil. I bet it's that. No, I have that. Rice? Oh, so many things. No, it's definitely not rice. Mushrooms? They're a little low, but we still have some. Logs, green peas, lotus flowers, I've got. Green peas. Am I low on green peas? I am not seeing any of those. Is that what we're low on? Kind of looks that way. What about over here? Anybody tending to the fields? Or green peas? You're sunflower. You are none. You are rice. You are whatever. I think we're going to have to send this to... Oh, they have green peas. They can pick up some peas. Did I not have a whole thing? I have a whole thing of green peas. Okay. I guess they've just got to make it their way across the colony. Ah, well. I gotta see this get in tonight, at least. We might not be able to use it, but we can get it in. Do. Did you get the anvil? We should have one anvil being made. What happened to the anvil? I know I had the stuff for it. Where did it go? Did they put it in storage somewhere? Laboratory. Anvils. Incredibly compact libraries. Nope, they finally built it. Okay, good. So you need to temporarily... Let's go to drill bits so that we can get that made. That should take about a day to get the drill bit back up and running on this. Then once that's done, we can switch back to metal blocks and build the blocks that we need to finish off the storage, the power storage, and the ladder to get in here. It's going to be an odd ladder, but it's okay. I think there are other ways to get there other than... Yes, there are. Okay. So once this drill bit is made... 500 methane, that's easy enough. Scrap metal. Sunflower, yep. They just need scrap metal. Looks like they just got enough. So there's that. Ew, I don't like that that's down. Maybe we've got too many things being... Maybe? Too many things being prioritized at the moment. Water's a little low. This is once again not doing anything. These nenifars. Pumpkin chips. This just needs the oil. Okay. Why those have such a hard time doing that. Alright, we're out of metal there. I know there's plenty more around the map, though, so let's take a quick look. There's a whole section over here that I could be pulling in. Alright. We'll build toward that. Gotta go up here anyway. And I don't know, we'll figure out something over here. Probably not the best way to do that, but we'll get there. Did we get a drill? We have a drill. Okay. So now we can switch you to that. And we can go, let's replace these. Nope. 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 Platforms. And we'll let them make those two first and make some extra metal blocks. Actually. Why didn't I think of that first? Oh. No, that won't work. Oh, maybe it will. I'd still have to take that down, though, so... Something like this. And do I have... I have curved stairs. Curved stairs. And then we go... 1, 2, 3. Then I don't even need metal blocks. I just need to get that built. There we go. We got to it eventually. I feel like that's how it should be going. Oh, but again, we're not. We'll have to clean up this mess next time. Something. We'll figure something out for it. Okay. We have mountain salt. So anybody still working on mountain salt? Nope, you're working on iron. You're working on iron. You're working on saltpeter. Okay. There we go. I got the first set in. I have to get the second step. And then they'll be good to go up there. We got a drill. We got a trebuchet for the fun of it. We've got a bunch of these. Send them off to work somewhere else. There we go. Next time, I think we'll try and get in the iron one so that we don't have to worry about that. Finish up over here. We'll get our factory in. We'll figure out what to do about the mines over here. We've still got a decent amount of water over here. I don't know if there's much to do with there at the moment. This all looks like it's going pretty well. We're staying above water for now. In fact, I might switch one of these real quick to saw blades to get some extra saw blades. I think we're all right, though. Oh, look at that. They even got in some of the dynamite that I've been waiting on. Which means I can put another one of these in. Get another one of those, and that should help relieve the water burden just a little bit. There we go. Plenty of good stuff going on. So, I think we're going to call it there for the night. Let's take a look over on Twitch. Do I know anybody? Oh, it's Mao. I didn't even see Mao. Hey, Mao. Didn't see you. What do we got? Anybody? Who's playing Timberborn? Just me. Okay. Well. Anybody have any suggestions on Twitch Shooter Aid? Ah. I sure don't see anybody. Let's see. Games that I like. All right. Well, maybe next time. All right. Well, we're going to call it there for the evening. I should be back on YouTube with the new Let's Play series over there, and hopefully back on Tuesday and Wednesday over here on Twitch with another one of these on Saturday. But as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Bye!